Hey everybody, this is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm going to get right into it. Today, what is a 7162 form? What in the world is that? And what is a form 1583? Huh. Social Security form 7162. If you haven't already got your 7162 form, Social Security form turned in, you can actually turn it in. I suggest if you don't turn in by the 1st of February, or actually by December 31st, you may not get your February payment. Okay, so the reason why they did that is it's called drop dead, and where they want to make sure you're still alive before they send the checks out. Last year, 2 years ago, well, pre-COVID, they stopped sending those letters out, 7162, and so they recently started back up again. I did a video on it. Not everybody knows about it. It's Social Security form. They're going to wonder why they didn't get their Social Security check in February, and it happened to many of us, including myself. So if you didn't have it, now I wasn't really sure if I had mine, and they got delivered, because I don't know what's going on with the mail. They said it was never received, and this, that, and other in the States. And I sent it to the address Social Security Administration there in Hampshire, New Hampshire. So I don't really know what happened. So what I did, I sent a form to the Social Security Department here, and so of course they're not manned. They're manned. There used to be someone sitting at the desk every day. Now it's not manned. They only open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 to 2. So on Tuesdays, Thursdays, anyway, what I did was I faxed my 7162 form to them. And there's two numbers. I faxed one to the office and one to, which is Social Security, into another number, which they said is Social Security number. So two numbers. So hopefully they receive them. I don't know. We'll have to stay on that. And be prepared. If you don't get your check, you better figure it out, I guess, right? That's always my fear. I always hate playing with, everybody plays with the money, and I hate that. Okay, so another thing I want to talk about is 1583. What in the world's a 1583? It sounds like a IRS form, right? What in the world's that? That is a form now you have to fill out if you have mail forwarding, or if you want to open up a post office box in the States, or a mail forwarding service in the States, and you decide to do it now instead of last year. But even the ones last year got to submit a brand new 1583 form. A 1583 form is actually a form of notary showing that you have proof of residence in the United States of America. The problem is, even though you have an American passport, you flip it up there and you show them in your driver's license, even though that is good, you can either use either or a voter's registration card, you can use a passport, you can use a driver's license, or a national ID of some kind. You cannot use your Social Security card. And what this is a form to get notarized, and it has to be notarized before you can receive mail in any post office, postnet, post mail forwarding service in the States. Reason why I know this is because I just tried to get one. If I'd done it last year, I'd still have to go through it now, because they're making everybody resubmit the 1583 form, proof of residence in the States. The problem with it is this. When they want to see that you live at that address. For example, I put my brother's name down on my form. Well, my brother in my name is okay. I put apartment because there's a place there for an apartment and he has it, so everything is fine. Problem is, I don't have electricity in my name. I don't have anything in my name to prove I'm paying gas, water, electric, any kind of bill at all that I prove that I live there at their address. Well, what they did was, you have to have that. So I go online, I meet the guy from a notary. He says, I can't, it's photo, it's me sitting here and him here. And he's telling me, he says, I can't agree with this. And I said, well, I just paid, $130 to have this service. He says, well, I suggest you call him back, because here's the problem. I got your driver's license, your passport, it's all, that's fine, either or. But you need to show me, I said, what about a bank statement? That I have the address that I received bank statements there, which I did. He said that, or credit cards or anything. Nope, that's not acceptable. I need a power bill. I need an electricity bill. I need a water bill. I need a gas bill. or even an internet bill with your name, address, and phone number on that form to show that you actually live at that address there in the States. Well, guess what? I don't have any of that. I've been here 7 years. So how am I going to get a mail forwarding service in the States? So I went online. There's many services now, like escapees for RVers. There's mail forwarding, a postnet. There's many different kinds. That's email. There's many different kinds on there. But every one of them is a 1583 form. It's a new law that came into effect that now, once you sign up for it, you have to prove you live at that address. Well, guess what? There's going to be a lot of people that's having their mail forwarded here is going to be upset in the next 30, 60 days. And in fact, they're going to be so upset that how do you get their mail there? If you don't have a family member or you don't have a loved one to help pick up that stuff or someone you can receive mail. For an example, as you know, we're applied for our visa, USCIS, and all the paperwork and all that stuff Ruth going to the States. But here's the problem. Now, since I can't have my stuff sent here because it's stopped, it's null and void. They can't send no more here until I fill out a 1583 form. Well, I'm stuck. I need that paperwork and it's stuck. I'm in limbo. What do I do? And those forms that they don't like post office boxes. And USCIS, all these guys, they hate post office boxes. So I'm stuck. So luckily, I called one of my subscribers. And it's a subscriber of mine that I'm dependent on. And thank God, he's just really a good guy. And he's going to receive my mail and take care of me there in the States, just like Mitch did. And I would have someone do that, but I don't want to impose on that because they'll be coming to their house. I don't want to just impose on somebody to do that, but that's something you have to really think about. But me being here, so what do? Go fly to the States and go open up, get a house and get a bill? It's almost like you got to do that. Spend $2,000 to get notarized, just so I can get mail here. So everything ceased and desisted at that moment. So now I have to have my mail transferred from point A to point B. Unless you can find someone that has a residence there, a brother, sister, mother, someone that can actually take care of you there. But what if you don't have anyone? What if you're of age? Everybody's gone, including your children are just doing their thing. And to ask your children to do that is kind of hard because, they got their lives. They got all their mail. And what if one letter gets misplaced and misdone? What it's going to be like for you, right? So you have to have those numbers. You have to have correspondence between point A and point B. Even with credit cards, even with all kinds of type of mail, you need to have that. So what are you going to do? It's like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. So, okay, I can have my cards sent here. I can do this, that, and other, but only if the bank sends them. But if you don't have someone to help you through that, you're really in trouble these days now. So new rule, new day, new thing. It's like every time you turn around, it's always something new. You don't think about it. So 7162, I would mail that in. And if you think they didn't receive it and you didn't confirmation of it, I'd go ahead and send Manila the phone number, fax it to them, and it's a fax. I did it from my phone. There's an app that I paid $5 for, and this app, I just downloaded the forms and sent it there, just like that. Put a cover page on it. Please process this, that, and other. If not, write it on top. That's what I did too. Wrote it on top of the form. Here's my last four. Here's my name. Because a 7162 form don't necessarily have your name. So you have to really do your due diligence to make sure. That's the thing about when you're outside of the country. It's not just me. It's going to affect everybody all throughout the world. It's in Asia and Africa and all over the world is going to have to deal with this. And same thing on the 1583. So if you're outside the country, the new 1583 form. Now, there are people say there's ways around that. There's no ways around it. There is no way in the world. I did everything I knew how to do to get away from the 1583, other than call a friend of mine, hey, can I use your address? Can you receive my mail? And please watch out for my things that when they come there, can you please take care of me? And I hope I always stay in good graces with that person until everything is squared away and I get there. But if things don't, it's like I'm always another worry about that. So I thought I'd talk about this from my bottom of my heart today and let everybody know. Be prepared for things like that. And just kind of be aware of things. Even though I don't uh, I don't really know how to handle that, but maybe some of my subscribers can tell me what is the best way to handle it. I mean, I don't know. I just know that it's an idea, right? That maybe it's an idea. So it'd be good business. Think about the business you would get. I'll use your address. You can use my address to receive all your mail. I'm in the States, right? And whoever wants this service, you pay me $120 a year, and I'll receive all your mail and process it accordingly and send it back to you. How hard is that, right? And you can use my personal address. And as long as that guy pays it, it's legit and a corporation or whatever, it'd be a good business opportunity. Imagine thinking about that. That just popped in my head just now. That's how I am. I'm crazy that way. So, but you'd have to do them all the time. But one gets another and another. It's a snowball effect. And believe it or not, you could probably make who knows what, a few grand a month every month. Because there'd be easily picking up people doing that. You know how many people's out here just in the Philippines alone? Even though I got to do another video on this, people are coming out of the States. More people's going back to the States. I talked to an agent, and this is going to be the next video. I talked to an agent with the USCIS, and get this, more people are coming back to the States than are leaving the States. And the reasons why is the current economies throughout the world. God bless everybody. I'll talk to you next time.